It's been a week.
Here we go. It's been a week. Oh God, it's been a
It's been
week.
a week. It's been a week that
I
I'm
don't.
drinking coffee. I mean, I'm not. This is not. We are not being sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. But yo, Dunkin' Donuts, if you want to sponsor, hit us up. We more than
There,
happy to.
yeah.
But yeah, that's the kind
Oh
of
my
week
God, girl.
that I need a macchiato.
Macchiato at 6 something at night. Oh my God, you're gonna be up all night.
Yeah, and I don't drink coffee. So yeah. So welcome,
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, to
good.
another episode HSA for your listening pleasure, hospitality service announcement. So here we go. This week, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to bring you guys the early check in, a late checkout. How would I begin? And again, we understand that there's time when you're traveling and you can't help but to arrive early or to want a late checkout because, your plane is delayed or you don't want to get in a road because, for whatever reason, you need the extra rest. So please, again, these HSA announcement is just for us hospitality people to help you understand what comes to our head. So begin.
Or no, or just be better customers.
Yes,
Let's talk. Let's just be better customers. Let's
exactly.
start with
Let's
that.
start with that. So check in. In the hotel world, I don't know if you guys knew, but hotel check-in time of the day, it's not at midnight on the day of. It's not when the clock turns 11:59 to 12 o'clock. That does not mean that day that the hotel is ready to check you in. Our check-in in our day, technically in the hotel world, begins either on average after 3 o'clock or 4 p.m. That's what time our day in the hotel world begins. Just let y'all guys know. So 12 a.m. the day of does not mean, oh, it's my room ready. Can I check in at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? Can if we have a room available, but guess what? You're going to pay the night before and we're going to charge you that day. I just want you to understand that is considered to be an extra day that you're adding to your reservation. And don't be talking about, well, it's 12 a.m. Then in hotel world, technically, our day hasn't started yet. Checkout is at 11, 12 o'clock for most hotels, and check-in is normally average 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. So that's one. When you request an early check-in or you just call us for an early check-in, it's at the hotel discretion because two things can happen. We can either charge you for that early check-in, when most people don't realize check-in requests, some places just you for that. It's not complimentary. It's not courtesy. So when somebody at the front desk honors your request for early check-in, be nice because they didn't have to. And if they didn't charge, that's bonus. I'm just you.
Consider that you won the lottery.
Please tell them again.
That's what that's
Please
equivalent
tell them
to.
again because I don't think they heard you. Please tell them.
Okay. So if you come in the hotel and you ask for an early check-in and they honor it, if you ask for a late checkout and they honor it, consider it winning the
At
lottery.
no additional charge.
Listen, yeah, that's winning the lottery.
Reason
We're
being,
running a business
yes,
here, people.
please. So let me put it to you this way: the room that you requested, another person, if the hotel was sold out, was in that room. Sometimes housekeeping has to wait until that guest checks out to be able to clean the room properly for you and not be rushed. Let's be honest, because when you ask for early check-in and you want the room that you request, sometimes that room might not be available, especially nowadays with a lot of the Hilton, Marriott brand. They do the keyless where you could pick your own room. If you're picking a room, if somebody's in that
Mm,
room and that person is requesting a late checkout, guess what housekeeping has to do? To wait to clean that room. And they don't want to rush in cleaning your room because when they rush, that's when then you call up and you tell us, oh, my room wasn't cleaned properly. Why? I'm sorry, because you wanted an early check-in and you were rushing our housekeepers to clean your room. They're gonna do their best. So the
mm-hmm.
same thing for when you request an early check-in. It's the same thing for late checkouts. So when you request a late checkout, guess what happens? Housekeeping has to wait for you to check out to clean your room. So not only do you want early check-ins, but you want a late checkout. And you expect us. And yes, we may have over 200 rooms at a hotel, 340. But guess what? There's still a timeline and there's still an organization process for them to be able to clean all the rooms to make sure that by 4 or 3 p.m., all these 200, 400 rooms are clean at a hotel. So when they have to go clean your rooms, wait for you, guess what? That whole process gets out of whack. And God forbid if all the housekeepers don't come to work.
Oh, yeah, because that goes down. That goes down.
So these ladies are getting paid not the best. Got to deal with your
No,
attitude.
they're not.
And
not.
if somebody doesn't show up, instead of them having 10 rooms, they might have 15, 20 rooms to clean that day. And they have family. And most of them, they rely on the public transportation system and all of that stuff. So guess what? Early check-ins, we would love to honor it, but please be considerate. It is not an entitlement that is guaranteed. It is a request. And I wish I could have the definition of a request. A request is something that you put in, but it's not guaranteed that you're going to get it. Entitlement, though, I'm trying to help y'all out. So again, be courteous. Early check-ins, late checkout, please be courteous because somebody has to clean that room. Somebody has to make sure that they inspect the room. So that process could take about an hour or 2 hours.
That's the other part. That's the other part. Once it's clean, you still got to have a supervisor to go back and inspect it. That takes time too.
So that process, so when you come to the front desk and they tell you, oh, it's going to be another hour or 2 hours, you're like, wow, really, you guys? Because there's a process put in place to make sure that you, again, as our hotel guest, best experience ever. And I'm saying this sarcastically because sometimes you guys don't think that that's what it is, but we want you to not have any issues during your experience at our properties. So please, kind and courteous, early check-ins, late checkout. And if you do need it, request it when you make your reservation. Because nowadays, the systems are in place. So if you tell us, oh, I need early check-in, they will go down that list and they will try to get your room. But when you just come in at 2 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm here to check in, you didn't call, you didn't put the request in and expect to be checked in. Yeah. Is our HSA announcement. I know I dragged it on a little bit, but I wanted to make sure you guys were clear on that process of early check-in and late checkouts. Anything else you want to add, Elle, to our HSA announcement for this week?
We just want to make sure they're crystal clear. Everything's a process. Just like when your kids wake up and say, Mom and Dad, I'm hungry and I want to eat right now. And then they say, I don't understand why I can't eat right now. It's a process. The food has to be cooked. You have to get out of bed and make the food. Listen, it's a process. It's a team thing.
Yes, it is. So thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Deuces. Stay tuned for another one.